Good morning. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to the Sacred Flames Tarot reading. Navigating the twin flame journey. Who's part of this twin flame journey? Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, so I want to make sure that you can hear me. Welcome to this guided meditation with Veronica Rosa. During the next 15 minutes or so, I will be guiding you through your emotional energy center, also known as your chakras. We will do this to identify emotional fears that can be blocking you from living your fullest potential. These fears could be stemming back from childhood. Either you may be aware or non-aware of these emotional blocks. So as we navigate each sector of your chakras, I will go through a list of emotions or blocks or experiences that you may have encountered as a child or even now in the present time. It could have been something positive, something negative, but something that helped shape your belief system and in your subconscious, which in some cases, if you have experienced trauma, it can create blocks. It can create insecurity, anxiety, depression. It can lead to a mindset that sabotages your desires and spiritual warfare. So we will go through each of the 7 chakras, starting from the base of your spine, which is called the root chakra. And we will travel upward to the top of your head, which is called your crown chakra. As we journey through each chakra, I will describe a set of emotions that may resonate with you as a fear or a blockage. So I want you to think about each sector and just see what emotions pop up. You may see that something from early as childhood may come up as something that you're still carrying and it's embodying in that sector. By the end of the session, you will feel a profound sense of clarity on emotions that had you blocked and a new awareness on actions needed to achieve personal success. By practicing meditation, it allows the mind to calm, bringing your brain waves down to a different frequency. And when you get to a certain frequency, it allows your divine message to come through, your soul purpose, your intuition. By meditating, it will get you into a state where you're no longer reacting based on fear. You're calming the mind and you're allowing yourself to trust and have faith, opening the opportunities for the imagination and the creativity to come flowing in with new ideas for opportunities for you to achieve your dreams, creating an abundant life. But before, let's take a journey through your emotional energy center. Let's begin by finding a quiet and comfortable space. Sit or lay down with your spine straight and your hands resting gently on your lap or on the side, palm side up to receive the healing energy from Mother Earth. Now close your eyes and take a deep breath in and out to center yourself. Take a deep breath in, deep breath out. You will continue to breathe in and out throughout this meditation in a steady, consistent form, breathing in from your nose, breathing out from your mouth, allowing your body to relax and get into that meditative state. As you take a deep breath in, I want you to imagine your red root chakra, which is at the base of your spine. I want you to imagine a bright, warm light beaming from the ground, stemming from Mother Earth. Imagine this bright white light shining up to your root chakra, making your root chakra shine a bright red light. I want you to take a moment to feel a warm and fuzzy sensation in your root chakra as you breathe in and out. Take a moment to acknowledge any emotions related to your basic needs for survival, such as money, shelter, or safety. Do you depend on somebody else for money, shelter, or do you fear your safety? Do you fear experiencing physical trauma or physical health issues? Do you fear or have ever experienced trust issues? Do you fear or have you ever been abandoned or neglected? Take a deep breath in as you imagine and feel a bright, warm light coming from Mother Earth and beaming into your root chakra, flushing out all the bad memories that reside in this energy field. Imagine that bright, warm light helping you release any fears or insecurities regarding your basic needs for survival. With every breath you exhale, you release these burdens one by one. With every breath you inhale, you balance out this energy center, bringing you peace in knowing that your basic needs to survive are being met, that and more. As you breathe out, I want you to imagine yourself releasing outdated fears and insecurities regarding your finances, home environment, and physical safety. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Now let's move your attention to your sacral chakra. This orange energy field governs our emotional connections to creativity and intimacy. Take a moment to acknowledge any fears that may be blocking your sacral chakra. Do you fear getting close to others? Did you experience rejection or betrayal? Do you feel uninspired or doubt your creative abilities? Have you experienced criticism or judgment? Do you fear sex, or have you experienced past sexual trauma? Do you experience suppressed or repressing emotions related to feeling pleasure, joy, or your creativity? I want you to visualize this bright, warm light we left cleansing in your root chakra. And I want you to imagine it coming up into your sacral chakra. Take a deep breath in as you visualize the bright, healing light clearing away and releasing any fears of insecurities or rejection, criticism, or betrayal. As you breathe out, imagine any creative blocks removed and any notions of comparing yourself or fears of failures released. As you take a deep breath in, feel the light restore your inner passions and inspirations so that you can express your ideas without feeling it has to be perfect before you can express your creativity out into the world. Take a deep breath in, deep breath out. Now let's shift your focus to your yellow solar plexus chakra, which is located in your upper stomach. This energy field governs personal power, confidence, and self-esteem. Take a moment to acknowledge any fears that may be blocking your solar chakra. Do you have low self-esteem and self-worth? Do you fear rejection or criticism? Do you fear or have you ever experienced failure, negative self-talk, or patterns of seeking external validation? Do you fear success for the increased responsibilities visibility, or changes that success can bring? Do you fear, or have you ever experienced losing control or not being in charge? Take a deep breath in as you imagine these fears as chains around your body. I want you to visualize that bright, warm, healing light coming from Mother Earth into your root chakra, up into your orange sacral chakra, and now radiating into your yellow solar plexus chakra. Feel the warm, healing light fill your belly with confidence. With each breath you exhale, imagine fears of change, judgment, or confrontation being released. With each deep breath you take in, imagine the healing light re-energizing you with self-awareness, self-worth, and confidence to undertake your dreams, goals, and desires and turn them into reality. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Now, let's move to your heart chakra, a beautiful emerald green in the center of your chest. This heart chakra is associated with love, compassion, and emotional balance. Take a moment to acknowledge any fears that may block in your heart chakra. Do you fear rejection or abandonment? Did you experience a loss of a loved one? Do you fear being emotionally vulnerable? Do you fear betrayal, or have you experienced being emotionally hurt? Do you experience negative self-talk or self-criticism? I want you to imagine these fears as heavy walls around your heart. Take a deep breath in as you visualize the bright, warm, healing light coming from Mother Earth, grounding you from your root chakra up into your orange sacral chakra, radiating into your yellow solar plexus chakra, and now into your emerald green heart chakra. Feel the warmth of this healing light crumbling away the heavy walls around your heart, allowing love and forgiveness to flow in and out freely, and to give and receive love unconditionally. Take a deep breath in, a deep breath out. Now, let's shift your attention to your blue throat chakra, which is associated with communication, self-expression, and truth. Take a moment to acknowledge any fears that may block in you and your throat chakra. Do you fear of speaking up or expressing your thoughts and opinions? Do you fear that your words will be misinterpreted or misunderstood by others? Do you fear conflict and confrontation? Do you fear rejection in sharing your authentic self or your creative work? I want you to imagine a bright, warm, healing light coming from Mother Earth, grounding you from your red root chakra, heading up to your orange sacral chakra, to your yellow solar plexus chakra, radiating into your emerald green heart chakra, and now up into your blue throat chakra. Visualize the fears that reside in this energy field as locks on your lips, and with each breath you exhale, you unlock and open your throat chakra, allowing your authentic self to speak with clarity and confidence. Take a deep breath in, deep breath out. Now let's move your attention between your eyebrow. This is your indigo third eye chakra, which is associated with your intuition, insight, and your higher consciousness. Take a moment to acknowledge any fears that may be blocking your third eye chakra. Do you fear the unknown or what's unfamiliar? Do you fear losing control or making decisions based on intuition? Do you fear trusting spirituality or in divine guidance? A fear trusting in your inner guidance or your inner calling? I want you to imagine that bright, warm light, healing light coming from Mother Earth, grounding you from your root chakra, your orange chakra, your yellow solar plexus, your emerald green heart, your blue throat, and now your indigo third eye chakra. Take a deep breath in as you visualize that bright healing light as it lights up your path to trusting your intuition and your inner wisdom. With every breath you exhale, let go of self-doubt. With every breath you inhale, you embrace your inner knowing and your authentic self. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Finally, let's focus on your violet white crown chakra, located at the top of your head and is associated with your spiritual connection, enlightenment, and the universal consciousness. Take a moment to acknowledge any fears that may be blocking your crown chakra. Do you fear disconnection from your higher source? Do you fear losing your ego identity? Do you fear the unknown or the mysteries of the universe? Do you fear letting go of familiar patterns, beliefs, or material attachments, as they may feel a sense of loss or insecurity without them? I want you to imagine that bright, warm, healing light coming from Mother Earth, grounding you from your red root, your orange sacral, your yellow solar plexus, your emerald green heart, your blue throat, and your indigo third eye, and now into your violet white crown chakra. Visualize these spheres as a heavy crown you've been carrying. Imagine that bright healing light releasing this crown with every breath you inhale, and with every breath you exhale. Imagine this crown falling off and it allows the divine wisdom and guidance to flow in. With every breath you inhale, feel a healing light fill you with a new connection to your higher self and a renewed sense of purpose. With every deep breath you exhale, release attachments to material concerns and embrace your spirituality. Take a deep breath in, deep breath out. We have now re-energized your emotional energy center called your chakras. Take a deep breath in, feeling a sense of lightness and freedom as you release these fears and blockages from each chakra. As you exhale, take a moment to feel the harmonious flow of energy within you. Now that you are now balanced, aligned, and in tune with your true self. When you are ready, gently open your eyes and return to the present moment with a renewed sense of clarity, confidence, and purpose on your journey to success. Hello, welcome to the Twin Flame channel. I hope you did enjoy that guided meditation. And let's do a daily check-in for this twin flame journey. For those of us who are on this twin flame journey, let me look at the. Okay, so let's do a daily. Let's do a quick check-in. Unless Suleika, unless you're still on and you want some more clarifications, let me know. I'll give you a couple minutes here. Unless somebody else listening, viewing, do you have a specific question when it comes to your twin flame journey? I am going to do a reading here for you, or just do a quick check-in. Let's do a collective check-in. So take what resonates, toss what doesn't. So let's do a let's do a check-in with the divine masculine. And what is his current state of mind? What current feelings does he have towards the divine feminine? What is his intentions towards the divine feminine? What are going to be the immediate actions? What are the short-term outcomes, the long-term outcomes? And then what is any advice? What is the advice? So when it comes down to the current state of mind of the divine masculine, I have here that he's very whole and feeling very healed, very balanced, and ready to take charge and move and go forward. He's feeling very masterful. It's like he knows he can get what he wants. So almost like the energy of, I don't know, that sweet talker, that I want to say manipulator, but manipulators, it's actually a good thing. It's, you know how to manipulate things
It could be a good thing, it could be a bad thing, right? If they're using it for good or bad. But I do see that this is very like suave speaking, and he knows what he wants and he knows what he can get, and he's going to manifest that. He has all the tools that he needs to conquer and divide his his wish. And his wish is to go home, to go back to his soulmate. And that is the intentions towards the divine feminine, is that he's coming back. If he, it looks like he has to travel to get to you. And there's gonna be like this new love, this new opportunity, definitely new love. Um, yes, so there will be time, like you'll be given your time, attention. He may even be bringing a gift. And so for the long term outcome, I have the sun and the 10 of Pentacles. So what's more beautiful than that? Being home with your man, you guys got money, you guys are going out shopping, maybe going out to eat. And there's just like this joy, this laughter, this joy, this bliss. Okay? So there's like this bliss that comes in. That's like the short term, right? Like all of a sudden things are great. And then after that moment of bliss, now it's like, he came home with all his stories and, just the energy of like, like a charmer, like the king just came home back from battle, and they're here to take his divine masculine and make him a family. And but then there's still there's gonna be words, because there's a lot of anger, there's a resentment, there's competition, there's fear that's still laying in the subconscious. Yes, you want them, but when we get them and they're here, what is your actions? What are your words? And so that's what spirit, God, angels, the message from the universe is to clear your subconscious um beliefs that no longer serve you, if you want to continue on in a happy union, blissful marriage or union. Because there's going to be fights of resentment, fights of anger. There may be jealousy. Well, now you've been gone. Who's calling you? Who are you texting? There's a lot of fear-based energies, and that fear-based energy is what we end up manifesting. So I want you to be very clear on what are your triggers, and rebuke that in the name of Jesus. Rebuke that in the name of God. Rebuke that. Just rebuke that thought. And you have to come back and clear into yourself. If you are absolutely sure that this is your twin, you understand that we come together in union, we break up, we separate, but it's only to strengthen our own self-esteem, self-love, um, so that we feel whole. And when you feel whole, we come back together and we're a partner. We're here to help shift. At first, when you have these separations, family may be saying, "Oh, he's not a good man. How could you do that? Or how could you accept that?" But you're going to teach family and your friends and your society around you love, forgiveness. You're going to teach them forgiveness, the true meaning of forgiving somebody, not holding resentment, because you know that regardless of the separation, it's something that you needed for you to build your own personal self-esteem. And so when he comes back, I want you to erase the slates, not to let be a doormat and let him walk all over you, right? It's not for that. It's not that at all. but it's definitely saying, I forgive you. I'm gonna, we're gonna be together. We're gonna work on this marriage, and then communicate in a healthy way versus being toxic. So instead of being like in that jealous state of frame, that jealousy mindset, rebuke those feelings. Don't entertain those feelings because that's just a feeling. You're going to rebuke those feelings and replace it with something positive. And that is the power of manifesting. But manifesting is not just praying and saying, I want this. It's actually feeling it in your core, in your heart, in your stomach. Let's see here. Let me pull out an Oracle Angel message. Comment if you are aware of the power of manifesting. Okay, see, the card came out spiritual growth and forgiveness. So there's an art to forgiveness, and it's very, very powerful. And you definitely, I mean, that's like one of the biggest challenges, life lessons in this twin flame journey, because they will do stuff to us that we will swear up and down we will never forgive them, and I will never give them a chance, and I will never go back. But definitely, then all of a sudden, we're back together. And so, forgiveness, this card means to let go of anger and resentment. See? Love it. There you go. That was a confirmation. Let go of anger and resentment and feel yourself healed. You do not need to forgive the action, just the person, so that you can be at peace. By drawing this card, your angels guide you to release anger and irritation. Let me know if you hear an echo. So, they the angels are guiding you to release anger and irritation. They realize that you may be perfectly satisfied in feeling angry, yet they ask you to look at the high price you pay for being a vessel of anger. Forgiveness does not mean what they did is okay. It simply means I am no longer willing to carry around the pain in response to your actions. When we hold the unforgiveness in our hearts, we punish ourselves after all. The angels will help you release unforgiveness if you will just ask for their assistance. Okay, so what are some practices to practice forgiveness? What are some things that you can do to practice forgiveness? So definitely meditation is one of the key, and that's why I started off this reading today doing a chakra meditation. So your chakras is your emotional energy center, and there's like 7 different categories starting from your base of your spine up into the crown of your head, and each sector carries a different categories of emotions, and these emotions can be blocked through by being victimized, by being hurt. And so getting clear on what are those fear-based thoughts that you have, because it could most likely these fear-based thoughts um generated, or they they formed before you even met your twin. But your twin is the one that's triggering you to feel emotions of abandonment, jealousy, um, and just could have you questioning God, life. Why, why this? Why happened to me? Why is this happening to me? And so self-reflection is very important in a time for healing, when you're practicing forgiveness. So writing, journaling, writing down your feelings about the person or the situation that hurt you. Reflect on why it hurts and how it affects you. What are your triggers? Journaling can help you process emotions and gain clarity, just as the meditation videos. And there's many more different meditation videos on YouTube that you can look for to help practice mindfulness, to observe your thoughts and your feelings without judgment. Meditate helps in calming your mind to gain a broader perspective. And so, in the moment, like right in the moment when something happens and you're ghosted, or he's not answering, or you're gone, or there's a fight, there's a panic, fight, flight, or freeze. And when you're in the panic mode, there is no like you're chasing. There's no creativity. You're not at peace. And so there's like this fear-based thought. And that's the energy that you start residing with within yourself, and it starts radiating out. And that's, because you're panicked, you're concerned, you're worried, your attitude is different, the way you speak, to your presentation, your energy when you just walk into a room is completely different from that of a person who is. Imagine yourself in the opposite. You wake up happily ever after with your man. You guys are happy. He's like, "Get up, baby. I'm gonna make you some breakfast." And he's kissing and loving you. That feeling that you feel, I want you to embrace that. Even when you are separation, it's fake it until you make it. And so you're going to practice rebuking the negative thoughts and bringing in that positive thoughts, and you're going to play with your mind. Pretend that they just called you and you just read that beautiful, and I want you to, that's part of manifesting, is taking some time to sit and visualize what you want. But more importantly, I want you to try to tap into the emotions of what it feels like. And so journaling works out because we can hash out all of the bad stuff, all the negative things. You get clear on what it is, your triggers, what do you want to say. And then meditation is practicing, visualizing what it is that you want and embracing and embodying the feeling as if you got what it is that you're looking for. And also like trying to see the situation from the other person's perspective, understanding their motives, their circumstances that led to their actions. And so I want you to be very careful on not creating excuses as to why they did what they did and making it okay, but also just being human. Just being human and understanding we that we have this amazing body and brain, and subconscious, and there's so much more to that. We have hormones, we have um that hormones that can make us react in a way differently, like us women. We have a menstrual cycle monthly, and the third week of the month, when I'm PMSing, that third week of the month, I'm most likely pushing my boyfriend, my husband, not my now husband, but back then, before I noticed this, he was my boyfriend, and I started to notice this pattern that around the same time of the month, every month, the third week, we were fighting, and I didn't realize that subconsciously I was pushing him away because I was tired, I was moody, I was like, and he didn't realize that. I didn't, I've been on birth control, so I didn't see the menstrual cycle coming. I didn't realize that there was a monthly cycle, but there's still chemicals in the brain and the body that will change the way we react. All of a sudden, I'm not like jumping on him, kissing him. I'm just like, ugh, like just give me some space. And he would personalize that, thinking I didn't love him, that I'm abandoning him. And so then he would leave. Then I'm chasing. Then we're running and chasing. And so just, be open, I guess, not personalizing don't personalize the actions. I understand that there's a bigger picture here, and other underlining situations, and let's just say, formulas that create motivations or the circumstances that lead to their actions. So practicing compassion by recognizing that everyone makes mistakes. Consider that the humanity of the person who hurt you, and that they have their own struggles, that even though maybe, like in my case, I seen my divine masculine as very handsome, tall, confident, like to me, very confident and outgoing, and talkative, and I would personalize everything, thinking that he was personally attacking me. And through the separations, and going through the different layers of healing, and opening myself up to different perspectives, and showing compassion and understanding, was I able to realize that he's like a young baby himself, his young soul, the inner child who's still um overcoming emotional traumas of himself, that maybe even that stem from childhood, and it's not at his forefront, it's in his subconscious, it's feelings of being abandoned and neglected as a child, or abused as a child, and or just belief systems that were learned from family members, through their community, through their religious beliefs. And that's the biggest part of this twin flame journey, is that we are going to be challenged to our core, and we will learn how to break through old belief systems or old ways of being that no longer serves us. So what about letting go of resentment? Letting go of resentment, um doing deep breath exercises can help release tension and reduce the feelings of anger and resentment. So also going to the gym, working out is going to boost your or help release tension, but it's also going to boost your self-confidence. It also releases chemicals in your brain like dopamine, where you feel happy. And definitely getting into the gym or going out for a walk, doing a rage room. I'm recently doing a rage and reconnect retreat, and that's where I get women together and help them just lash out all that, release all that pent up anger and resentment, and doing it in a safe environment, so that you're not self-sabotaging your desires for true love. So it's like let opening. That's another thing, is that when I first got married, I made my husband my everything. My friends, my husband, my financial provider, my he was just my whole support group. If you look at the screen, there's the circle of life. There's 12 sections that create our circle of life. Let me stop so you can see it here. And so each sector has a different, each category is a different sector of life. And so I had made him all of those. That was like, he was my everything. And so I really had to learn to get back with my friends, have a support group, create my own, like, so I'm taking my power back. I'm not leaving everything. So, like, when we got married, We got married, we moved to a different state. And before that, I had my own job, my own cars, I had my gym membership. I was in balance with my feminine and masculine energy. When I got married, I turned over my masculine energy to him and I was all feminine. And but that put a lot of pressure on my husband and I was I didn't realize all the pressure that I was putting on him. And so what he did is he ran away. He wasn't coming home after work and looking for excuses to stay out later. um, and it wasn't until I took my power back because I was sitting there waiting for him to take me to the gym, for him to take me out to the park afterwards, and it wasn't easy because as you take your power back, then you may have this power struggle between the man and the masculine energy, that stems from religious or societal belief systems, and so it's breaking those old belief systems that no longer work. Hey, baby, you don't have all the time in the world or money to attend to all of my needs. It's okay. I started to go outside and start walking. Then I got my own car. Then I started going to the gym and he hated me going to the gym and there was a power struggle. But I noticed that when I came back from the gym, I was like my energy, my pent up energy had been released. I felt good about myself. I felt happy and of course, he's gonna be happy that his wife is, looking good too. And so it's taking your power back. It's aligning yourself with with your masculine and your feminine energies to bringing them back into balance. And so when it goes back to the topic of letting go of that resentment, it's like taking your power back and saying, oh, I realize I was putting this obligation on you and it's not your obligation. Sorry, let me take this back. And so at first, he may be like, whoa, that's mine. You're not taking it because they like having the control and power over us. But we're not doing it in like a forceful masculine way. We're doing it in a divine feminine way where you're saying, baby, I love you. I'm sorry I put all these expectations on you. Let's work together and get it done together. And so maybe practicing visualizing yourself, letting go of the hurt. Imagine the negative emotions being released from your body and replaced with peace and light. And affirming to yourself every time you're feeling something negative or resentment or anger. Use daily affirmations. Maybe you have to use it on an hourly basis to really get you in the light of, in the energy of peace and light. And so you will say, instead of saying, he did this to me, I'm so mad at him, or who is he talking to, or did he cheat on me, or is he cheating on me, is he texting with some, all those negative thoughts, rebuke them. I am worthy of peace. I'm letting go of past hurt. And this will be very empowering. The mind is very, very powerful. So make sure you're also taking actions of self-care. Like I said, in my situation early on in my twin flame journey, all of my self-care, I had turned in all my power to my divine masculine. So making sure that you are engaging in activities that nurture and comfort you, such as warm baths, spending time in nature, or just practicing a hobby that you enjoy. Side note, a hobby that I enjoyed was doing tarot readings, and that was a belief system that we had to break through as he thought it was witchcraft. He thought, he wanted nothing to do with it. So I hid it for a very long time until I got the courage to say, this is what I'm going to do. And he was like, I want a divorce, and got a divorce later and everything. But 2 weeks later, it didn't go through. Um, and so it's This twin flame journey is going to push you to step out of your comfort zone. It's going to bring you and align you back to who you truly are, your true authentic self. And it may be uncomfortable, but understanding that you guys are in a twin flame journey and understanding that this is a connection that nobody but yourself or him can interfere with, and we interfere in that connection or the union by fears, by our own personal belief systems and fears, and so we trigger each other to break out of those fears. So communication is very important. It's um if possible, and safe to communicate with the person who hurt you. Express your feelings honestly and calmly. This can help clear misunderstandings and open the doors for reconciliation. And again, in my younger years, I've been with my twin for over a decade. Ooh. I had to do a lot of therapy, counseling, and all this. Like, well, when you do this, I feel, and I'm like, yeah, right. I can't talk to my man like that. He'd be like, shut up. And so, again, it's pushed us to act and learn and act in different ways that we had learned. So we had to change our belief systems, change the way that we communicated so that we can feel safe in expressing ourselves. So being an active listener also is very important. It's not you just doing all the talking. When discussing the issues, practice active listening. Give the other person a chance to share their perspective without being interrupted. So yeah, so like healthy communications instead of broken communications or toxic communications. So you want to speak more assertively, practice assertive communications versus aggressive or passive aggressive, just kind of beating things under the bush and, oh, I was just kidding, I'm just saying, acting like you're joking. So make some time for self-care, to journal some thoughts, to get clear on your triggers, and then visualize what it is that you would like out of the situation. Find time to communicate. um And definitely continue your spiritual practice. If you are spiritual or religious, prayers can be a way to seek guidance and strengthen the process of forgiving. If you're not too spiritual or religious, you can practice mantras, affirmations, repeating phrases that promote forgiveness, and that can help shift your mindset. So something very as simple as, I forgive you. I release this hurt. I forgive you. I release this hurt. And so sometimes it is very much faking it until you make it. But again, that is the power of manifesting and rebuking the negative thoughts until it becomes your reality. If this still comes too painful, you could always seek professional support. You can seek therapy, support groups, a support group just like this. This is specifically a group for those who are navigating through a twin flame journey and who are seeking validation for their emotions, who are also seeking to become a better person, right? So some self-discovery assessments. I have some self-discovery assessments, and then practices that overall builds you into a stronger, more balanced person. And then the end result is manifesting their dreams into reality. So, what are some forgiveness rituals? Could be writing a letter to the person who hurt you, which at my rage retreat, that's one of the last days, is we'll write letters and burn them up, or a lot of people are scared to journal and write their thoughts. So attending a retreat gives you the safe space to like get clear, to calm and cleanse your mind, to do some self-discovery, write out your thoughts and feelings, and then it's up to you on how you decide to express your feelings, or your letter. You don't need to send it, but just the act of writing it out is very therapeutic. It's a form of being able to release that. So it's like the symbolic act of letting go. So writing it on a piece of paper and burning it and releasing that pain. And then also now then setting healthy boundaries. Forgiving does not mean condoning the harmful behavior or allowing it to continue. It's about establishing and maintaining healthy boundaries to protect yourself while practicing forgiveness. So, um, setting boundaries may be um, a practice that needs to be um, I first looked into to see like how is it that you're not setting boundaries, or are they toxic boundaries, or is it passive aggressive boundaries? And so maybe looking into setting healthy boundaries would also help you in not only forgiving but also making sure that it's not going to happen again. And then also just being patient. Being patient. It takes time. Allow yourself to move at your own pace, and allow your divine masculine to move at his own pace. But also celebrate that, and acknowledge that the little small steps that you've taken, and each step is a victory in your healing journey. And that's what I saw in this reading, the chariot, the magician, the six of swords, along with the six of cups. And so that's moving back, going back home, going back to your soulmate, and starting this new love, this new opportunity with the Ace of Cups and the Page of Pentacles. Um, and then the short-term goal, we have the Sun card and the Ten of Pentacles. So it's very, very beautiful healing. I have a victory card here. But and then we have the Knight of Swords and the Five of Wands. So after everything comes, he comes back in and everything is all bliss and happy. And then it's like, oh, resentment, anger. You did this to me. You did that to me. And that's what we want to practice in avoiding, preventing that your subconscious, those emotions, that pent up emotions, then doesn't sabotage your wish for true love, for union with your partner. Understanding that he was triggered, and whatever the action or the reactions was, it was supposed to do that to trigger a healing within yourself. And that's part of your spiritual growth. And so that's another way to be able to overcome um overcome the feelings of anger and resentment, so that you can forgive your partner and reestablish unity. Is that resonating with you? Give me a 1 in the comments. Does anybody have any other questions, concerns? If not, I'll end the session thanking God. Thank you, God, for the guidance and the clarity we received today. I now release this energy and connection established during this reading. If you feel that the information I gave you, that you resonated with it, I do encourage you to, I created a emotional wellness ebook. So you can purchase an emotional wellness ebook that helps. It's a high valued workbook that comes with additional resources and community support. So for $29.99, you get this emotional wellness workbook that's going to help guide you to tap in to who you are by calming and cleansing your mind, sharing your story. It does, like I said, it does come with additional community support. It links you to a private Facebook group with other women who are enduring similar situations and self-love. So basically the workbook is 3 different phases: the calming and cleansing phase, and this is the phase where you get to hear your story, get validation, and tap into the emotional energy centers of what's blocking you. What are your triggers? Where does that stem from? And then the second phase is connecting and raising your vibrations through self-discovery assessment. So we have different let me call it assessments, I guess, different pages. There are different types of assessments that will help you tap into who you are, what you came for, and what you came into this lifetime, um and where you're going. And so there are practices of learning your life path. We can check into your natal chart, see who you are, where you're going, where you're heading to. And then the last part of the ebook is mastering your emotions and setting powerful intentions. So just like in this reading, okay, yeah, you guys are gonna get together, right? But how do we make it last? So creating a powerful 90-day 90-day goal setting timeline, I should say, on how you're gonna make this um your dreams, your desires last, how you're gonna be successful. So creating um a powerful action plan, and then having a support group where, like I said, before I made my husband my everything. I turned all of my power into him, and I was expecting him to be my husband, my financial provider, my emotional provider, and it was too much. And so having a support group, especially on this journey, not everybody's going to understand. Our relationships can be very toxic. It could be very broken and then get into very toxic. And the reason is for for that to awaken us to become back in balance with ourselves and be healthy and react in healthier ways and be able to set boundaries and communicate. And so all of that stems at your core, your emotional energy center. And so this ebook will help from start to finish, figure out what it is, who you are, what happened, what are the past traumas, what are your blocks, what are your triggers, and then help you raise your vibrations by reestablishing your strengths and your weaknesses through various assessments. But yeah, that is the emotional wellness ebook. I'll put a link there in the description if you're interested in more healing practices. Other than that, I thank you for your time, and I hope this resonated with you. And I'll tap on again later, either later on today or tomorrow. Hope you have a wonderful day. Bye.